just allow a situation to arise in you and feel what it feels like. Feel the emotion in that situation when you're full of anxiety and let's say it's an argument with someone or an argument. No matter how trivial or not. Trivial or important. Feel the emotion and feel it on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the most anxiety. Maybe you're really angry at that person. So you'd name it anger. Maybe you were frustrated with that person. And please don't, we're going to write this down in a moment, so please don't write about yourself. You're angry with this person. Now begin to identify why you're frustrated or angry with that person. Maybe you're hurt. Name your own emotion. Why are you angry at that moment in time? And when you've named the emotion and you are in touch with why, open your eyes and fill in statement number 1 on the Judge Your Neighbor worksheet inside your folder. Now you have more than one worksheet there, and you have room to write on the front and back when you go home, so that you can try this practice on a few times. And for those of you that are meditators, you might want to take this into your practice a bit and just feel what that feels like. So fill in statement 1, I'm angry with Paul because he doesn't listen to me. We're standing in the kitchen. I see it clearly. I see his face. I see me there. I'm so angry with him. And notice how your ego is going to want to change situations. It's going to want to do all kinds of dances. Just stay with the questions on the worksheet. Keep it very simple. Okay, so now I invite you to close your eyes again, continuing to meditate on that situation, that moment in time. Begin to get in touch with what you wanted from that person. What do you want? Like, be there, then. See it through your mind's eye, that situation, and get in touch with what did you want from that person. And your ego may judge that today as immature, but someone that's angry it's an immature state of mind. And no change takes place there that's is going to serve us in the long run. So even though it may sound immature, get in touch with what did you want then from that person. And when you get in touch with that, fill in statement 2. And notice how, again, maybe how immature, childlike, or petty it sounds, and continue to fill in the worksheet with what you want, what you wanted in that situation, in that moment in time. What did you want from that person? Now, to get what you want, what advice would you offer that person? He should, he shouldn't, or maybe she should, she shouldn't. What advice would you offer that person to get what you want? Make sure it's clear advice that would serve you. And you see, I have some examples there too for those of you that need a little experience from my end. Now feel what it feels like. Feel what that frustration feels like, or that anger, in touch with those emotions in that situation. Now, what would it take to go from that emotion all the way to happy? To just go from feeling, let's say, that anxiety and just flip to happy? What do you need from that person? What do you need to be happy? What do you need from that person? Get in touch with that. Meditate on that moment in time, that situation. And then fill in statement 4. Now really invite your ego to have some freedom here. And what were your thoughts about that person? Identify what you were thinking about that person and fill in statement 5. And again, don't expect it to be sane or kind. When we're angry, there's really nothing kind about us. About what we're thinking and believing. So fill in statement 5 with what you find there in the quiet as you meditate on that situation, that moment in time. And what is it about that situation or that person you never want to experience again? When you're in touch with that, fill in statement 6. What is it about that person or that situation you never want to experience again? So you can see, just to fill in one of these worksheets, it really takes stillness. And the quieter you get, the more focused on that moment in time you are, the more self-realization you find when you consider what you are thinking and believing. And this will all add up even more by the time we get to the end of this. And so far, what have you realized? What did you realize as you were filling in this worksheet? Anyone volunteer? Again?
She realized she's right. She's right, she said.
Oh, you realize how vast that is. I'm right. It's like right about what? Yes, what did you realize? Again? Very young.
Very young, old feelings that pertain to many situations.
Yeah.
It's familiar.
Yeah. Yeah. If we believe it here, we believe it over here and here and here and here and here and here. It just makes up our world.
There's somebody over here who had
It made me really sad. Ooh. Yeah, it just made me sad. There was sadness around it.
Yeah.
For myself, but also for the person. It's just sort of like,
So you're starting to see from their shoes a little more clearly.
Yeah.
From their eyes. No, not from their shoes, from their eyes. You can see through their shoes too if you really get still enough. Yes, so you can see your part in it, and you're more in touch with there. Yeah.